Well, hello there. Good morning to you all. So, this will be one of my first impressions about another series of the fall anime season of 2013 called Coppelion. So, basically, this series follows or falls into the genres of action, sci-fi, and seinen. So I'm going to read the little description that I have about the series, and then I will do a small review and some first impressions on the first episode. So basically, in 2016, a meltdown of a nuclear power plant created a big catastrophe in Tokyo. 20 years later, the city has become a ghost town due to the high levels of radiation. From that area, distress signal is received. The self-defense forces dispatch three girls from the special unit Coppelion to search for survivors. But why aren't they wearing any protection against the radiation? That's the question. And that's the small description about the series in this site. I do watch the episode. So basically, we have three girls named Ibarra, Aoi, and Tayako, and like the description say, they were sent to Tokyo. That by now is kinda a ghost town because of a nuclear disaster. And their mission basically is to search for survivors, and they are kind of being watched by far from a helicopter from with by a guy that apparently is a member of the self-defense forces of Japan. Even if I do not understand exactly why they send these three girls, that at the in the list during half of the episode I was kind of wondering, well, if this is a disaster area and if it was hit down by a nuclear disaster, how can these three girls be alive walking in this space? Because we do see that they found a survivor at the beginning and the guy is wearing a protection suit. And but even that, but besides that point, he is also poisoned by radiation. So basically, it's kind of implying that the regular humans or normal humans cannot live in that space. But however, these three girls were sent in without any protections at all. So I was wondering, so what's going on? Are they uh, genetic engineered? What's going on? And then eventually, in the middle of the episode, it kind of confirms that that those three girls were created by genetic engineering. So okay, and that kind of gives them a high resistance to the radiation environment. So well, that's quite interesting. And apparently, their mission was to find survivors. And the leader of the group, apparently the older one, called Ibarra, basically, she kind of saves the guy that they found in a way, because she has a gun with some drug or special drug that kind of relieves the pain of radiation poisoning. So that was quite interesting. And then we have the three girls walking around the town. They found a dog is following her. So that's quite interesting. I like the episode. I usually like this, let's say, type of series that kind of have apocalyptic apocalyptic aura around it, the end of days and such. I usually think that this is interesting because eventually all these series that kind of play out in kinda apocalyptic scenario, kinda gave us some advice or make us wonder about what humans do. And in this case, this is quite interesting because recently, in a couple of weeks ago, we have a couple of news came out about the radiation in the nuclear power plant of Fukushima that continues to leak radiation and infiltrate the water and such. And if you remember the Fukushima nuclear power plant disaster, it was already 1 or 2 years ago, but still the impact in the environment and in the waters and in the earth and such is quite impactful. So this series kinda make us wonder, or in the least makes me wonder. I do understand the necessity of using nuclear energy to kind of have energy, electricity, and such for humans to survive, but I do wonder, is nuclear power really a necessity for the human race? I do wonder a lot about this, and even my formation in history kind of makes me wonder. It was really necessary to develop a nuclear bomb and then the Cold War and all the crap that followed, necessary or a necessity for mankind's survival. That's two of the big questions that I have always present in myself. So I think that this series I will be watching it and probably I will try to doing the reviews. But I say now that probably I will only be able to upload the reviews for the series that I decided to review on the season, probably all in during weekend, except Bleach that I always try to release in the day that the Bleach and Fairy Tail, those two mangas, I try to upload the reviews of that mangas in the day they come out, but since I do not have a lot of time, uh, um, and I'm busy during week, I think that probably all the series that I will decide to review will only be uploaded during the weekend, most likely. Either Saturday, either Sunday. Most likely, I will be doing it, and from that, probably Coppelion will be another series that I will be reviewing during weekends, because I do like these kind of scenarios, because it make us wonders, or in the least makes me wonders about the stuff that mankind creates and that says or thinks that are useful to us, but eventually they prove to be disastrous to us and for the planet and the environment in general. So I liked the first episode. It was interesting. So I recommend that you watch it. And I'm hoping that through the series you will make the audience wonders about if it's really necessary to have the use of nuclear power plants or not. So that's it. This is my first impressions and also a small review for Coppelion episode 1. Hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. Stay well, peace, and see you soon.